Welcome to today's briefing session for the ScaleX Accelerator Program. My name is Zach Sorrells. I'm the head of Accelerator Development at Skillfluence. I'm also the CTO there. And my job is really to develop programs like this and kind of support the deployment of them. And we really are delighted to be working together with Steve and the team at the Donegal LEO to deliver this program. And this is the second cohort. So we just completed the first cohort, and I have to say it was a fantastic success and really oversubscribed and extremely popular again for the next round. So this is fantastic, building a lot of momentum around this. The way the program is going to work today, we have an hour for it, but I don't think it's going to take an hour. I know you guys are super busy, so we want to be pretty efficient with this. But the goal of today really is to provide you with the information that you need to be able to determine if this program is right for you, if it can add value for you. And that's really the main thing, is that we want really for it to be a good fit, right? As a startup or a young business and a founder, you're extremely busy, right? And so it's important that you spend your time wisely. Now, that being said, you're going to kind of learn more about the program and see some of the results. And hopefully you'll go, yeah, this is something that can really help move me and my business forward. Okay, so the agenda for today, Stephen Perry is going to kind of just do a quick introduction, talk a little bit about the program. I'll take you through the majority of this, kind of going into detail about how the program actually works. And then you're going to hear from Helen Burke. And Helen was a participant in the last cohort, and she's just going to share some of her experiences. And then we'll open it up for questions, and I'll provide you with the information that you need to be able to apply and register your interest for the program if you think it's a good fit for you. So why don't I kick this over to Stephen? Maybe, Stephen, if you want to say a few words to get us going, and then I'll also play the little kind of demo video as well.
The companies who go on ScaleX go through a thought-through journey to take them from the infancy of their idea right through to full-scale commercialization and plug in all of the skills and support that they'll need to get there with the minimum of time, money and risk.
ScaleX is a really exciting opportunity for startup entrepreneurs to grow and accelerate their business. If you have ambitions to grow your business globally from Donegal or the Northwest and a potential for fast business growth, this is the perfect development program for you.
My name is Pooja Gupta and my business is Gupta Sweets and Snacks. I took part in ScaleX course. I find it very beneficial for my business, and I surely recommend to my friends or my known people who need it, and it was great.
If you're interested in applying or you have any questions, please contact the local enterprise office in Donegal. We'll be more than happy to deal with your queries.
So that kind of gives a good overview of the program. And I think you can really see as well just the kind of level of energy and excitement and support that the group gives each other. It's pretty dynamic as well. And you can see it's a really nice combination of in-person and online and bringing different folks together. So that's really the spirit of the program. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take you through a little bit more detail about the program. Now, as we go through this, really think about any questions you might want to ask either myself about the program, Helen about her experience, or how Stephen and their team can kind of support you both during this program and beyond. So just a little bit about Skillfluence. So we're based in Glasgow, as you can obviously tell by my accent. We've got a team over here. We develop and deliver accelerator programs all across the UK and Ireland in partnership with economic development agencies. And so kind of what's great about that is that each program that we deliver is the best one yet, because we're taking all the experience that we're gaining through delivering multiple programs. So right now we have 3 other accelerator programs running. And so we're always learning and always improving and trying to make it the best possible experience we can for participants. And just building on what kind of Stephen said, if you think about the good question is this program right for you? And it's been designed so it's relevant for startups. So if you're just getting going, scale-ups, maybe you're kind of have a little bit of traction, you've got sales, but you really want to take it to the next level, or you want to start to thinking about export potentially. And also established businesses who are working on developing a new product, a new service, or entering a new market. So we've designed it in a way that you can really engage and get a lot of value if you're coming at it from any of those perspectives. I think one of the real strengths of the program actually is the diversity of participants that are at different stages who can learn from each other. Now, the goal and the journey of the program, quite simply, is to, as you go through the process, startups, innovation, new products, this can be risky, right? So what we want to do is we want to help you to decrease risk, decrease that uncertainty, and decrease any fear you might have, right? Because sometimes it can be a bit scary. So it's really about helping you to develop and build that confidence. So the goal of the program is to help you increase that confidence, build momentum, get greater clarity about your business idea and the opportunity. Now, if you're trying to raise funding, this will absolutely help you get your business into a position that is more investable and increase the confidence around that. Now, to be clear, this is not a investment readiness program. So if you're, if in your business, you're going, that's not really my thing. I'm not trying to raise investment. I'm not trying to, raise equity funding or anything like that. Absolutely fine. But if you are, this can really help you on that journey. And then just the overall increased probability of success. Innovation, entrepreneurship, it is hard, right? And it's not guaranteed that you will succeed. And so the things that we're talking about and helping you with is really around increasing that probability of success, giving yourself the best chance possible, okay? And we bring a really fantastic team together around this. And you would have seen on the video a colleague of mine, JV McCallum, he's the course director. Nina, you can see Nina's face in the gallery here. She's the project manager. Evelyn, a kind of investment coach extraordinaire. She's has extensive experience as an angel investor and coaching startups to get more investment ready. And Julia Shallett, who is self-titled The Product Doctor, really thinking about how to develop exceptional products and exceptional customer experiences. And I'm kind of overseeing the entire thing just to make sure it's really designed specifically to meet your needs. Okay. You'll also see through the program that lots of different people will be coming in the form of guest speakers and roundtables. And Stephen and their team, they do a fantastic job of signposting you to available resources in the area to help you with any specific issues that you guys might have. Okay, so it's not at all just one person, but you actually have an entire team of support behind this program, really all designed to just do everything that we possibly can to help you on your journey. There are some key elements to the program, and what we've done is we've brought together different strands of activity to create a really unique and impactful experience. So you'll have access to an online learning platform where you can access self-study materials, where we teach you kind of theories and frameworks and principles. So you can do that on your own time. Then we have live online workshops where you and your peers come together, led by an expert facilitator to kind of work you through some of those principles, always trying to bring back and apply to your situation. A series of one-to-one coaching sessions with Evelyn, and this can be around just accelerating your venture or helping you to get in a more investable position, whether it's developing your pitch or thinking about how you go about raising funding. Roundtables, we bring in guest speakers, industry experts who go a little bit deeper on specific topics. In-person workshops that Stephen mentioned at the beginning and at the end of the program. Peer-to-peer learning and Helen may speak to this, but the feedback that we get from participants is this is probably one of the most valuable parts of the program, is that you have an opportunity to spend quality time with 15, 20 other entrepreneurs and founders, learning from each other and supporting each other. And that's hugely valuable to really accelerate the learning and also just provide support. Investor mentorship, and finally coming together for a final event, which is both a celebration, because you've done some good hard work, but it also forces you to really consolidate your thinking, consolidate your planning, and so you can go forward with the next stage with clarity and confidence. So it feels like a lot, or on the screen it sounds like a lot, but it's actually it's designed to be delivered in a way that is easy to engage with, because we know how busy you as a founder are. Okay. Now, if you think about the framework here, basically you have kind of two tracks, right? So we have a launch day where you come together and you kind of get started, and then you have a learning track where you have online learning materials, some of the workshops around teaching and giving you skills. And then you have an execute track, where this is really where the one-to-one coaching, investment coaching, and applying some of these tools kind of come into their own, where you're really working to take what you've learned to apply specifically to your business and your situation where you're at right now. So one of the challenges with a program like this is that each of you has a unique business, obviously. Each of you is going to be at a different stage of that journey. And so if we try to make it so that everybody travels along together, what you end up with is a journey that's not appropriate for anyone, right? It's too generic. So what we've done is we say, okay, there are some key principles and frameworks that any entrepreneur, any founder, any innovator needs to know. We'll help them if they know. But the key is we got to apply those principles and those frameworks to what you're specifically facing now. What's your biggest challenge you're facing now? We can work on that to move that forward. Okay, so it's really getting that balance between learning and applying to accelerate your venture. Okay, and then on the final day, you kind of come together, do a little bit of pitching, a little bit of networking, and just to kind of bring it to a nice positive close. And as we think about the goals and the objectives of the program, there really are threefold. One, absolutely accelerate the venture. Accelerate whatever it is you're working on. Two, develop skills. So whether you need those skills immediately or a little bit later and you want to put them in your back pocket for later, we can never stop developing skills as entrepreneurs. Okay, so we want to keep working on that. And then finally, making connections. And those are connections with your fellow entrepreneurs, fellow founders, your peers, but also those connections with those support mechanisms and services and people with Stephen's team that can really help you moving forward. So accelerate your venture, develop skills, and make those meaningful connections. Those are and as we think about, and as I think about designing the program and we think about delivering it, these are the things that we can really keep at the forefront. These three key things. And as I mentioned, we're delivering lots of programs. Like we've got, I think, 3 or 4 going right now. Okay, and we're always measuring and we're always trying to improve. And this is the feedback that we got, the data that we saw back from the last program we ran in Donegal. So we always measure kind of people's confidence levels before they start the program and where they're at after against key dimensions. So where you can see the before and after, these are the key areas that are important, right? So things like having a strong support system. So for example, the score out of 10 was 4.4 before the program, 8.3 after the program. I know the key metrics and KPIs to track my business. 3.5 before the program, 9 after the program. Right? So it's this tangible, measurable improvement that we're trying to drive for you and for your business. The numbers you can see across the top, the 9.4 and 9.8, these are out of 10, just how participants kind of ranked the program out of 10. So a reasonably positive response to how people felt the program benefited them. And you can see some of the testimonials and quotes here. Okay. So think about where you're at, right? Against some of those the kind of dimensions kind of along the side of the screen, and think about what it might mean for you if you can kind of, double your confidence level related to some of those questions. Rounding off this, and just to kind of give you some details, some additional kind of testimonials feeding off of what Helen said about Evelyn. Evelyn she's a fantastic resource. So, and she will be delivering the coaching again as part of this program. So take advantage of that resource. It's there. And then just some other quotes and testimonials from what folks have taken from the program. So the schedule, if you will, so the important dates here, it runs on a weekly rhythm. So starting from the 6th of September, which is the launch day, is basically every week, once a week for kind of a 3-hour online session. And you just kind of work through that rhythm. And then you kind of work the coaching in as it fits your schedule. And then it leads to a final event at the end. And through different stages through the program, we introduce roundtable guest speakers, these types of things. But this is the structure of it. And you'll see some of the titles here. But again, what we're really doing is we're providing you some really important tools and frameworks, and then helping you apply that thinking to your specific situation, wherever it is you may be in your journey. Okay. So important dates coming up soon. August 11th, applications close. By August 12th, the cohort is set, and then you will have the first kind of event on September 6th. So if you are planning to apply, it would behoove you to kind of also put some X's across the dates, right? And you'll see those when I share here the link you can use to apply in the chat box. You can go there and you can apply, but you want to, when you apply, make sure you also kind of block off some of those important dates, so that if you do get in, you've got some of those dates already blocked off. Okay, and I will say this is a the program's been high demand. It filled up pretty quickly, and it will fill up quickly again. I will say this time around we have more people on this briefing session than last time. So obviously the word's getting out. It's a good, valuable program. So if you do want to get involved, I would suggest applying and getting on board early if you can. I hope you guys get on the program. I know how much it can help people, only if it's the right fit for you and if you have the time to do it. But if you do think it is, definitely apply, and I'm pretty sure you'll get a good outcome from it. So with that, I thank you guys very much. Thanks again, Stephen, for putting this together. Thank you, Helen. Really appreciate your input there and the kind words about the program. And it makes me super happy to hear that you got so much value from it. But with that, let's call it good. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And maybe we'll see you in Donegal sometime soon. Take care.